kill myself.
At least
No!
notice now.
I'm so glad Acrylis caught that.
Right, shout out.
I'm gonna have to restart everything. I'm out of breath.
Take 2, action.
Start it over.
I'm buying time
Run it
for
back.
Izzy to get here. It's fine. Okay, I need to, like, sit up for this one. I'm gonna have to adjust my camera. Okay. Recap time. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. This is, like, really close to my face. I don't know where my camera controls went. Okay. Starting over. This way, Acrylis can actually hear the recap. God, I'm gonna be out of breath. You guys are gonna have to do some serious roleplay to give me time to like breathe and catch up after I do this. Okay. Starting back at the beginning of this little arc that we have going. I'm gonna have to like slow my speaking down so I don't breeze through it all. Way back when, at the beginning of the year, Sybek, Denny, and Kata, friends of the party, all got kidnapped. They were missing. The group was sent to investigate. You travel to Hubbox, which was Sybek's hometown, to investigate, and it turns out that Denny's uncle, who is Sybek's dad's political assistant, so they're all like a weird family, is the one behind it. You guys get some details, you go and rescue them just outside of Stonewall, and the woman behind it, Mavrakis, a vampire tiefling lady, ended up fleeing. She wasn't even there when you guys got there. Because she had stolen a powerful magical item off of one of the caravans going into Stonewall. So you rescue the three, get back to the school, and Kata spurs the group to go after Mavrakis. Whatever she has must be important. It was going towards the Stonewall, which is the location of Leo's church, and Kata's pissed. So you go to Hillmount. In Hillmount, you meet Balgaroth, the captain, the head of the Order of Arion, from Rosaria's backstory. Balgaroth helps you guys hatch a plan to help take down the church's control of the city, because he is still, despite all the issues that the Order has ran into, fighting back against the church. He points you in the direction of a man named Fabian, who is a Breezehand member and formerly Kieran's mentor, who was a figure in the party at one point before he ran off. So Fabian gives you guys some information on Mavrakis in exchange for asking you guys to free Kieran from the church's prison. We'll see how that goes. You track down Mavrakis, you find her, start fighting her, and jump her, and she stops and says, hey, I'll give you the item if Lucian can attune to it, because it's like a magic caster wizard thing. Side note, this was completely a lie. If Lucian attuned to it and she could, she was absolutely going to charm him and control him with her vampire powers, so it didn't matter either way. Side note part 2, she couldn't attune to it herself because anyone who failed the save to attune to it basically took hella psychic damage, and if they weren't high enough level, got their brain fried, which happened to one notable figure, Elsina Larinel, who was the wizard in the Order of Arion that Lucian helped teach Sending to. So, Lucian attunes to the book. It's really strong. It reverses and empowers his intelligence, which was at a deficit before. He uses it to cast Hold Person on Mavrakis. The party absolutely waylays her, severely wounding her, and she stops them again and says, hey, if you kill me, all of the vampires spawn under my control are released out into the city to just rampantly kill people. So before Kata can fully draw her sword and attack, Rosarius notices that and decapitates Mavrakis, losing his oath in doing so, but protecting his friend. After that, the city you guys go out is up in flames. The Breezehands have launched a series of attacks around the city. You feel the reverberations from explosions in the ground. Buildings are on fire. Everything is crazy. You dash across the city. You make your way to the church, which is absolutely a battlefield. At the center of said battlefield is Grace, defending looks like a little transportation carriage that almost made it to the church, but is stopped just outside of it, wrecked by some of the explosions. You fight through vampire spawn and Breezehands versus the Ardent Solace, which is the Church of Piran's military force, getting to Grace, and when you start fighting, things are going a little evenly until a figure from Ava's past, named Celine, sees that it's Ava fighting, and then throws a thing called Helios poison, which is made from a flower that the church really likes, and blinds Grace, leading to her defeat. Side note, again, Ava slit Grace's throat, but according to Dahlia, who we'll get to in a second, Grace is very likely not dead. The group opens the safe that Grace was guarding, and lo and behold, it's not a powerful secret weapon. It is Dahlia, the newest member of the party. I don't know if they've been fully accepted yet, but they're here, so I'm saying it. And with no hope of rescuing Kieran, with all of the Ardent Solace quickly swarming to your location, you use the returning stones, teleport back to the school, and take a long rest. Thank God. And I think this is a good time to mention it, that we have kind of discussed this, and to fit the vibe of the campaign, the rules for resting are going to be a little bit different. No longer is a long rest 8 hours, and you get all your hit points and spell slots and all of that back. But rather, a long rest takes anywhere from 1 day to a week, depending on how hurt you are. If all of your resources are spent, you don't get them back just after a single day of resting. You get them back after 5 or 6, maybe 7 days. Why are you copying me? But it might take a little bit longer. Short rests, you can take 1 per day at 2 hours, and then if you go to sleep for the night, we'll count that as another short rest. But long rests it depends on how hurt you are. So the next phase, we're back to the school, figuring out what the hell's going on with Dahlia. You guys probe and ask some questions. Turns out Dahlia has some future seeing abilities that were being kind of taken advantage of by the church to win all the fights, specifically by Grace. But from there, you guys split into 3 different groups. The first group, Ava, Rosaries, Leo, and Dahlia, aided by a bunch of your classmates, return to Hillmount and try to help as many people as possible. You fight back against countless vampire spawns, even a couple more vampires, and rescue dozens and dozens of people. The city turns out to be locked down by the church, so they have to escape via the tunnels and other, less than ideal routes. As a group, I think Ava specifically snuck around the church, listening into some guards, and learned that Grace's other allies, the Inquisitors, they are called, are being sent to cleanse the city since Grace failed here. So you return to campus, worn out and tired, multiple people injured, but no fatalities out of all of your allies, and you guys rest, and then probably recuperate to go again in a day or 2. So the first thing that we're going to do is, after the first day, Rosaries, Ava, Leo, and Dahlia get called in to Loomis's office. The 4 of you wake up, and as you're going around campus, after resting and getting ready to go about and do your things, I see Dahlia's hand up.
I have a question. Do I just still sleep in the med bay, or where? Do I sleep outside?
I will say that because it's the only place you've really been yet, you just kind of return to the nurse's office, and they let you keep using that room. You're not necessarily super hurt when you get back, but you are out of spell slots and still kind of exhausted. So, yeah, absolutely. So you 4 get called in to Loomis's office. You come in and you're greeted by a older woman with pulled back hair, big glasses. You guys know her as Mrs. Rykard. She's the vice principal, so to speak. She usually handles all the discipline stuff. You 4 walk in and you see her sigh behind her desk and set some papers over, pull out a folder, marks down a time, and she just points to Loomis's office and says, "Go on in. He's been waiting for you."
I go on in.
Oh. Yeah. I'll scoot over to his office. You open the door and you see Loomis sitting in his chair with his feet propped up on his desk, and you also see Professor Neralne, who is kind of floating over by the window, arms crossed, looking out, sees you guys come in and kind of turns her attention and comes forward. I also said you all see. Dahlia, you know you're excluded from that. To catch you up, if you forgot, Dahlia is blind because their head is made out of crystals. There's no eyes. So, you're sitting there, face to face, with these two professors. Well, the owner of the school and a professor. Loomis kind of taps a pen against his face a little bit, and then holds it. The four of you still standing there, kind of too awkward to take a seat, and he says, "Do you know why I've called you in?"
No.
I'm gonna guess Hillmount.
That is an excellent guess.
No.
Mostly, yes.
I know why I'm here.
Hillmount. But also, well, I'm in the process of telling you. Give it time, Ava. Yes, Hillmount, but that's more what Naralne wants to know. I could care less. Dahlia, I have your schedule for your classes if you're ready to sign off for it.
I suppose.
Great. He slides over a piece of paper to you, and you obviously can't read it, but he just says, like, sign towards the bottom, and we'll get you situated to your classes later. But yes, Professor Naralne has a couple of questions for you guys, because, as you guys probably know, you had traveled to Hillmount when a couple of things happened in the city, and no one is putting blame. But chaos seems to follow you everywhere you go, so, you know, correlation, not causation. Naralne kind of looks to the four of you guys, and then very quietly asks, "So what happened?"
We fought vampires. Saved people.
I think she's referring to what happened to start all of it.
Oh, I was in a box.
Yeah, I guess your opinion is kind of the one that I need the least. But the three of you opted to go to Hillmount, and then not a day later, the entire city is, falling. And now I can't
why
even
do you
return
need to
home
know?
because I
can't.
live
That's-
there.
Should we get a lawyer? I think we should get a lawyer. Can we get a lawyer? No one talk. No one talk. We don't know anything.
Warrior. We went to fight the Breeze Hands. The Breeze Hands were fighting the Church of Brawn. Church of Brawn lost the big weapon / Dahlia.
That was me.
Church of Brawn's going to come back and burn the city down because they're angry, I guess.
So what I'm hearing is, even if you guys had not intervened, there likely would have been the same problems, and my house would be burned to the ground.
Yes.
Probably more controlled on the vampire part, but ultimately, yes.
Okay, great. My insurance company just wanted to know, and they're going to pay for me to get a new lodging set up near campus. So that's fine. That's all. And then she floats through the floor and goes off on her own.
It's nice to meet you too.
You see a hand pop up out of the floor, wave, and then continue going down. Loomis is sitting there, looking very pensive in thought, thinking very hard. He almost doesn't register that you guys are there for a solid minute.
Just snap my fingers in front of his, not directly in front of it, but where he's staring to try to get him to.
Oh,
Get out of it.
yes. What did you guys need again?
Nothing.
Then why are you
the
here?
reward for our mission. I don't know.
Why did you?
What mission
Can I
did you
go
go on?
now?
No, you're in my office for a reason. What mission were you on? Where did I send
The
you?
one you at Hillmount. Remember?
Oh, right. I didn't send you there.
No.
Are you sure?
I think. I can see the future, not the past very well. That is an
Did we
issue.
opt to go there?
Ava?
I think you're right.
Shush.
Do we need a lawyer now?
No.
Okay.
He drops his feet and leans forward on his desk and kind of looks at you guys and says, "Now, with that being said, I have a very serious question that I need you to respond incredibly honestly to, and I will know if you're lying.
I am
you-
always honest.
Good. Great. Have you talked to Cilia?
Yes.
Did she say anything?
She was
About how
upset.
mean you're being?
I am not mean.
You're so strict. Why can't you just chill? Just chill.
How am I
Be
strict?
cool, Dad.
I am a cool dad.
No.
No,
No, you're
First of all-
grounding her, basically, and she's pretty much an adult.
let me clarify something to you all right now. I am the cool dad. As a matter of fact, don't let Cilia, portray this any other way. That's the issue, apparently, is that I'm too cool. I'm too chill and lenient, as the kids like to say. I told Cilia that she could opt not to do some of the missions and adventures because they are getting a little dangerous, especially this recent example. And she fought back against it. And it's been like that since she started school. And it's always been this big thing where I'm saying, you don't have to take these tests. I've watched you cast magic before. You're fine. I know you're going to pass. And she says, I don't care. I want to take it anyway. It's a whole debacle.
Yeah.
I
Why
just
shouldn't
heard
she
that she
have
was
to?
upset about Baron.
Oh, yeah, that geezer. He'll be fine.
Hopefully. If our other team members did what they were supposed to do.
Oh, yeah, I scribed on them earlier. They're traveling back. They have the ingredients you need. Plenty of them, as a matter of fact. It'll work out. Easy peasy, done deal, no issue.
So did you just call us in for asking about your child?
Me, yes, but Naralne wanted to talk to you, and I figured we would hit both at the same time. Is this considered entrapment? Is that what... No, that's a different thing.
I know entrapment. I don't think this is it.
Great. Okay. Dahlia, you're free to go. You have your schedule. I have a copy of it that you signed. Leo, you are also a cleric. Why don't you show Dahlia to her classes?
Sure.
Great.
Do I also get a room, or am I going to stay in the med bay?
Oh, would you like to stay in the med bay?
Not particularly.
Then yes, I'll clear out a room for you. Don't worry. By tonight, there will be one with your name across the door. Can't miss it.
I might, but I
You're
appreciate
fine.
it
You have the
regardless.
most perceptive man on campus here. He'll guide you around. And he
Fantastic.
winks
I
at
cannot
Leo.
wait.
Man, Dad. What? All right.
Just
Let's-
like I said. Anyway, great seeing you all. If you see Cilia, I take that back. Don't do anything.
I think you should go see Celia.
No.
I think you should stop trying to give her all these special privileges and just let her do the hard work that she wants to
Are
do.
any of you fathers?
I've
Not yet.
basically raised my 3 siblings. Does that count?
No, it does not count.
Then why are you asking for our opinion?
I don't think I
I
can be a
didn't.
father, but I know women.
I asked for information, not an opinion.
I foresee more struggles in your future.
Wow, very wise, Dahlia. Very insightful.
Mm.
Now, you have classes to go learn where they are because you'll be going to them starting tomorrow. For the rest of you, you know that you were excused on missions and things like that. Write up your report, give it to your professors. Don't fail.
Question, will I fail if I don't have an oath?
That's between you and your paladin professors. I don't know how oaths work.
You are a source of very great information so
I
little
know.
of the time.
If we were to put it on
Well,
a
you should-
scale from
you should
1
come to
to
our new
20, most would rate me at about a 22.
Do you know
Yeah, one
me
being the
and
highest.
Rosari's got a bar? It's called the Avaris, and you should come sometime.
Great! When you guys drop out
Yeah.
because you're missing all of your homework assignments, I might stop by and say hi.
No. No. Someone else is running it right now. Don't worry. But it's so cool.
Great. Well, if you don't get your reports written up and give them to your professors, You'll be working there quite soon.
I am working there. I also work. Never mind. Never mind. I'm gonna go write those reports.
Yes.
Actually,
I'm gonna
Have
grab
so much fun.
Ava by the back and just start dragging her out.
Yeah. You guys get cascaded out of his office and he waves goodbye to you all. And then we're going to switch. Camera's going to pan out across Ura Lumis's campus. And now, let's check in on our other group, who is, at that time, still traveling back, but we will skip to when they arrive back on campus. So, more recap. Professor Barron has been kind of sick recently. Celia gave you guys a little bit of information on it, but in the past couple of days, or like a week or two, he's been sleeping a lot, which is especially strange for an elf who doesn't sleep. So, Gwen and Athera, aided by Thatch, Frankie, Ravik, and Merble, went to hunt down this alchemical ingredient that is kind of rare to make a potion that Celia says could help him. It's like a potion that helps boost someone's arcane potential, giving them over-the-table information like extra spell slots. I just threw my pen on the ground. And she's thinking that might help him because this disease seems to be magical in nature. So, brief recap over what happened there. You're after this thing called a sepulchre blossom. You gather some friends, specifically Ravik, who knows the area because he's from Riverhold, one of the cities in Valenrun. And you head out to a famous crypt that houses Marcel's ancestor, Terra. She was a very powerful mage and even fought against an army in a war by herself and won. This location, super weird. It's magically charged. Anytime you cast a spell, it causes weird chaotic effects to happen. For example, Thatch became Iron Hands. Gwen turned into a sheep, and Frankie basically sneezed magic for a minute straight.
And turned 40.
And turned 40. Frankie came back a full-grown adult man when he left a young, spry, young adult. Ravik turned to stone in a fight with some basilisks, but luckily Gwen and Athera know a thing or two about magical creatures, so they saved him by extracting the oil from the basilisk's stomach, feeding it to him, and he reverted back after about a minute. So that being said, just a couple days after leaving campus, you guys all return and you give Celia this sepulchre blossom. When you get back, because Merble left from getting sick on the trip, you guys watch as Ravik, I say you guys, it's literally just Gwen at this point, but I guess Zach is also seeing it from Thatch's perspective. And Jocelyn from Frankie's.
Yes.
But you guys watch as you get back to campus and Ravik tells Athera, like, hey, if you're ever interested, I could show you around Riverhold. I know you've probably been to Terra's Weight because of Marcel, but Riverhold's a really nice city, and I go there quite often, so if you ever want to join, let me know. And then Athera immediately goes, I think I'm getting the same sickness that Merble did, and, sprints away.
And then Gwen's just like, she'd love that. And then goes away.
Ravik half-heartedly goes, okay. Wasn't looking promising, but thanks. Anyway, I'll let you get the thing to Celia. I'm gonna go check on Athera and make sure that she's actually sick, or if she continues acting like she is, then I'll just leave her alone. He goes off to follow her. So, Gwen, you are left with the sepulchral blossoms to take to Celia.
All right. I'm gonna go to, I assume she's in Baron's office area, so I'm going there.
Yeah, absolutely valid. You go in, the door no longer enchanted. Will you give me a perception check? Or favor?
Okay.
Where's my t-shirt? Hold on. That is a 19.
Ooh. Pretty good. Not bad. On a 19, you don't notice it when you're first coming to campus, but you do notice it when you're going to Baron's Tower. But you also give me an Arcana check. I want to see how much of this I want to put in that magical lingo.
Okay. Arcana. That is a solid 9.
Beautiful. You see almost like they're very faint, but they almost seem to sprout from Baron's tower and then kind of travel along to the walls of campus and sort of cover it, but it takes a minute for you to see that it's doing that. These like tiny little streaks of light, almost like the sunlight's getting reflected off of something glass, but then it disappears super quick. But you notice that these lines seem to all like coalesce on Baron's tower, and they are almost like flickering and fading. No idea what that is. You're not a wizard. That's not your thing. But you go, you find Cilia, you bring her this sepulchre blossom. And she immediately gets started and gets ready to work. And she says, "Thank you so much. This is going to be really, really helpful. I'm trying so many different things, and he's just not taking anything yet. So hopefully this fixes the problem."
Yeah, of course. We got in quite a bit of trouble getting them, but we got them, and that's what matters.
Great. Well, it should be ready in a day or two if you guys want to be here when I give it to him. I don't know if you want to or not, but you're invited.
Yeah, I'd like to. I'll tell everyone else.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, if you will, if you find Lucian, can you tell him that he could help me with this? You know, having two sets of hands would make this go a little bit faster.
Yeah, I'll try to take a look for him. He's probably studying a book or something. I don't know.
Great. Okay. Well, if he heads this way, he knows where I am.
All right, sounds good. Let me know if you need anything else. I'd be happy to help.
Thanks, Gwen, but I think we're good.
All right. Okay, I'll go find Lucian.
And she waves you off, and you head out to find Lucian, which will bring us to the last thing that I want to address with our little recap thing here. Lucian, since we got back from Hillmount, you have been engrossed in this journal that you found. And you're saying journal, you're kind of guessing. You see what looks like writing in it, but it's written in an amalgamation of 5 different languages. It is a mess to try to comprehend and read, and I do think you did specify that you identified the languages and used a spell to understand all 5 at some point. So you know what 5 languages they are, and you know that even having those 5 languages makes it difficult to traverse, but possible. But I got some information for you as you start hunkering down and getting this thing translated. The first thing you have to do is copy it out of the journal onto regular paper so that spells can actually help you, because this magical journal thing, it's all written in invisible ink to everyone except you. So even your quill can't copy it because there's no actual text there. It's just magical like illusions through the paper. So it takes a little bit of time because it is invisible. So it'll be at least a week before you get this thing fully copied down. And the book has some weird effects as you begin spending so much time with it. The first one is your dreams, as few and far between as they may be because you hate sleeping, start to get kind of weird and confusing. And you notice that in some of them, you're not even yourself. Like you're dreaming from someone else's perspective. And then other times you'll sit down like in the library to start copying this over onto some parchment. And then like a slamming door or people setting books down will like jolt you awake, and you'll realize that hours have passed and you've been transcribing this, not even like awake for it. Almost like you're going to some sort of in and out of sleep or control. Time might be slipping a little bit, but you're noticing that you're kind of spotty a little bit. So Gwen probably comes to talk to you while you're in the process of doing this, of like getting it transcribed over into actual paper. So Gwen, you find Lucian in the library, you come up and you like shake him awake, and we're in the middle of transcribing. Gwen was like saying your name and you weren't responding. You look around. Go ahead, give me a history check, Lucian.
How do you know I was gonna shake him, Shorty? It's like you read my mind.
It's like I read your mind.
22.
On a 22, you look over and see like the sunlight coming in through the window, and the angle that it's at, it's far too steep. You came here at like 1 p.m. It's 6 or 7 o'clock. And you feel like you've been here for less than 30 minutes.
Yes.
Lucian.
Good.
Hello?
Yeah.
I need your help. Well, actually, Celia needs your help. Can you, help with, Professor Baron? At all? Or no?
Yeah.
You wake enough? You get enough sleep?
Yeah.
You got some drool on the desk
Yeah,
right there.
Right. Sorry. Yeah, good to go.
Alright, just, meet her in Baron's Tower. You know where it is.
Mm-hmm.
You good?
I think I'm just stare off in the distance for a minute.
You need a little snack?
No, I'm
Alright,
good.
got
I'm
some.
good.
It might help.
I'll start
wake you up,
checking my books.
Train moving.
Right, I'm good.
I'm going to put some granola down in front of you anyways. I don't care. Eat up. There you go. Enjoy.
I'll pocket it. I'll start walking to Baron's Tower.
Fantastic. So you start heading off to Baron's Tower. You get there, and up on like the 4th floor, this workstation kind of place, there are stations for copying over spell scrolls, stations for enchanting weapons and armor and various items. And Cilia is at this alchemical station. It's like this huge set of vials and glass. I don't even remember the words for them all. I haven't played Skyrim or Oblivion in forever. But you can imagine a large, expansive alchemical station with various places for like boiling things and combining and mixing. There's like a lot of protected little glass vials. And she is currently squashing up one of these like deep glowing purple flowers, and you can like smell the air rich with this almost pungent odor that burns your nostrils a little bit. But you walk in, Cilia hears your footsteps, and she turns back and she says, "Oh hey, Glenn must have found you. You do potions, right?"
Yep.
Cool. Do you want to help me make this go faster? If you help me, we could get this started to simmer tonight, and it could be ready by tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. Could you help me translate the book afterwards?
Yeah, you know what? You help me, I'll help you. In the day while this thing is getting set up, I don't really have much else to worry about. So, absolutely. She gives you instructions on how to help her with the potion. You're like helping crush up another flower. You're boiling some extracts and being prepared for like mixtures and stuff. So she points to everything and tells you what to do, but you're able to pick up really quickly. So she kind of sits there and talks to you a little bit, almost a little nervously. Like this whole thing with Baron has her shook a little bit, so she's just kind of a little more chattery than usual. She's normally pretty quiet, but she's talking to you and she says, "So, what's this book thing that you're asking me about?"
Not really sure. It's a book about the war between Valenron and the demons, and how it was resolved,
Oh, like 1,000-something years ago?
and how Layman went around. Do you know Layman? 100? Was it 100 years or 1,000 years?
I've heard the name before, but I couldn't tell you who he was. But if you're talking about like the whole demon invasion thing, yeah, that was like supposedly over 1,000 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about that and what came about and how it happened and how they resolved it. Or didn't, I think.
Well, I mean, we're here,
But
right?
it's in 5 different languages. I was a bit of a struggle.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, Valenron's still there.
good. Well, I mean, I speak a couple of languages, so I can help. Do you know what 5 they are?
Celestial, Solaran, Sylvan.
Sylvan. Yeah, it's Celestial, Sylvan. Draconic is one.
What's the demon one?
Infernal.
Draconic. Infernal. Elf?
Celestial.
Elvish was the fifth one, yeah. Elvish was the easiest one. So she says, ooh, I speak Draconic, Elvish, and Sylvan. I know people on campus who speak Celestial, and we have someone on campus who teaches Infernal. Not many people speak it, though. We could potentially borrow their
I
knowledge.
think the
a
less
little
people know about it. I think the less people know about it, the better at the moment.
bit. Mm. Well, do you know anybody that speaks Infernal? That's going to be kind of tough.
Yeah, one of us
I can
speaks.
clap.
So, yeah, Ava.
I can do it. I have a. Wait, does Tara speak Infernal? Is that what tieflings?
Yeah.
Don't be racist.
Hey, I'm learning it for her, okay?
Oh,
You know me and I know Tara very well.
So you guys kind of make a little mental plan. She's like, I have 3 of them. You tell her about your spell that you found in Cloudspire, which lets you like transmit knowledge. And she's like, I'm absolutely stealing that spell, by the way. You say that, Ava's girlfriend speaks Infernal. That wouldn't be super hard. And you have people in the party who speak Celestial. This would be pretty easy. So you guys kind of hatch up a little plan. And then after you finish up all of that, it gets kind of quiet for a minute. I'll ask, do you break the silence anything, or are you going to wait for her to talk?
I'll wait for her to talk.
The silence goes on.
I'm
for
still
another-
wide-eyed and
Yeah, you're still kind of spacey. She gets a little uncomfortable in the silence and eventually speaks up, and she's like, so have you talked to my dad at all recently?
I haven't, no.
Honestly, that's probably for the better.
Is you alright?
I mean, he's fine. He's okay. He's just an asshole.
Yeah, that's his dad.
Every time. Well, I'm not gonna rope you into family drama. You're already helping with enough of that.
How many levels of exhaustion do I have?
I'll
Do I
let
have
you
any?
decide. Like, how tired do you keep yourself?
I only sleep 4 hours a night.
If that's the case, I would say that you're probably residing right around like that middle mark, so like 4 or 5 levels of exhaustion.
Right, let's get on with this potion thing now.
Yeah. You help Celia. She's gonna end up making the check. You guys finish up. Ooh, thank goodness for that advantage. Yeah, she passes. That first one was pretty low, so you guys might have botched it, but you're good.
I died her as well, or can I only get advantage?
Sure, you can cast guidance as well as she finishes it up. I'll let you go ahead and roll the d4. So she's currently at 18.
You say your dad's been different lately? Or... I got 4.
Oh, nice, 25. That I think actually brings it up to the point where it's going to get done faster. You guys beat the DC by 10. So, you guys get it set up. It starts like you guys bring it up to a boil and then turn the heat down super super low where it's just warm and all the ingredients are mixing. So you leave it, and she's like, "All right, cool. I think this is good. We finished this surprisingly fast. It might be ready in the morning." I think Jambo just froze.
No, Lucian just fell asleep.
Your dad been
That's
different
not on
lately
the
or something,
table.
or just still an asshole.
Nothing that you just
Yeah.
said came through. You froze so bad.
Say it
Yeah,
again.
right. I've got Wi-Fi now. I haven't got Ethernet cable, so I'm like,
Oh
sucks.
no.
Dang.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm sure you're not live streaming from that yacht.
Okay. What did you say?
I said, has your dad been different lately? More of an asshole or just the same asshole?
kind of just the same, but without bearing him here to keep him in check. He's, I don't know, on the fritz, I guess.
Does he listen so spacey?
Kind of. I don't know if that's his wizard specialty or if it's just a him specialty, but he's not super attentive to people around him.
Fair enough.
Like, you know me. We've had classes together. Wizards enjoy logic and rules and having a system where things make sense. And if you learn that system, you're able to, like, do things in that system. Like, that's how casting spells work. If you learn how somatic components work, you can learn new spells with different somatic components and alter them based on changing some of the things. And it doesn't always work, but sometimes it does. Well, my dad is like the opposite of that. He thinks that rules and rigidity and logic don't matter, and that there's no point in following something that already works, but rather you should just do whatever you want, and if it fails, it fails. He's just an idiot.
Sounds like a sorcerer to me.
I thought he was one for the longest time, but no, he's he's a wizard. Incredibly smart. One of the smartest people I know. But God, is he obtuse.
Oh, wait here. I'm gonna identify that opening prismactory while I'm here.
The what?
I'm waiting for this thing to.
Oh, there goes his Wi-Fi.
Opaline prismactory?
Oh, sure. Do you want Cilia to help you with that?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna bring it out.
You cast Identify on it. I'll say that you both cast it because it's a ritual spell. Give me an Arcana check.
25.
Nice. Okay. Is that including your 4 levels of exhaustion?
Oh. 21.
A 21 will still do it. You cast Identify. Some knowledge flits through your mind. This opaline prismactory almost works like a bag of holding, where it is a sort of extra dimensional space where it's like significantly bigger on the inside. But this one is a lot more magical, a lot stronger, because it can hold living creatures. Now, it is incredibly limited, and in order to use it, you have to like fuel it with magic to like keep to get the thing in there and to sustain it. So like the complexity of the creature is based on the amount of magic you put in. So on a 21, to put it into like normal terms, it can hold a CR of a creature equal to or lower than the level of spell slot you use to like put it in there. And to use it, you would need to enchant it into something to like hold it, to carry this enchantment, and they would make some sort of save against it. You would use the spell slot, and if they fail, they're trapped in it, almost like a reverse banishment.
What's the CR of that? What we CR, like?
Your CR, I think, is literally just your level.
Okay. Cool. And I'm gonna go. I've got to go more translate, so I'll see it a bit.
She
Need help, let me know.
Yeah, she identifies that, and she's like, "Where did you get that?"
I can't remember.
I did hear that you got hit in the head really hard. You've changed a little bit since our first year. It's fine. Well, no, keep that. That's I've never seen an object like that. Like, bags of holding. Like, we can enchant stuff to do that, but for something to have that naturally is a little crazy. So, if you want help mess around with that, you let me know. My curiosity is certainly piqued.
Cool.
Great. Well,
Wait.
I'll let you go transcribe your book. When you start translating it, let me know, and I'll help. Lucian departs, and you guys are left back to your own devices. The following day, Cilia is going to use this potion on Baron. So, you guys were invited, and I'm going to assume that many of you will go. Does anyone opt not to?
It looks like we're all going. So,
Sweet. So you all gather in Baron's bedroom in his tower. It's an open space. It's circular, just like the rest of the larger rooms are, separated by level. It's not even a door. You just walk up the staircase and walk in, and you guys see Baron in the bed. Cilia in the chair beside him. Her foot shaking up and down, and she's holding this vial. It's bigger than most potions that you see. Instead of being a 2 or 3 inch little glass vial that you pop and drink really quick, it's a taller 6-inch round glass. She sees you guys come in. She says, "Hey, just in time. I'm kind of, still gonna go to class today, but glad you guys can make it. I have no idea if this is gonna work. Obviously, I'm hoping it does. But good or bad, I'm glad you guys are going to be here with him and me so that we can, try to make him better a little bit. So one of you guys want to hold his mouth open?
Sure.
I don't mean to be rude, but could someone else do it to
I'll do it.
see? Cool. Thanks, Gwen. You walk over. Baron, for an elf, just to remind you guys, elves really never show their age, but he is definitely old. He has, skin that's starting to wrinkle, baggy eyes. He looks like he's in a, human 50s, rather than, Lumis, who looks like he's in his mid to late 20s. So you kind of hold his face, open his mouth a little bit, and Cilia pours in the potion. She tilts his chin up with your help. Gwen, will you give me a perception check?
Yeah, man.
Hey, Shorty.
Yes.
While they're doing that, can I just attempt to gently put my hand on his foot or something and try to give 30 lay on hands?
Ooh.
I don't think I have it anymore because of what we decided, but I just wanted to see if I could try.
I got a 21, by the way.
Specifically for each 5 points I would use is to remove a thing of poison condition.
Yeah,
is what
yeah.
I'm trying to do.
Will you give me a charisma check with proficiency? So any, charisma modifier, proficiency bonus. Let's do one of those.
Cool. 19 on the die, plus 3, 22, minus 1 because of our charisma right now. So 22.
On a 22, I will say you can tell this is not really you using this normally. This, your normal paladin abilities were a battery that's constantly getting recharged. Every time you rest, it got more energy in it. This is that battery has stopped recharging, but there was just a little bit of juice left. Roll me a d6.
Six.
Nice. Yeah, you're able to give him the full 30 points that you were wanting. And it is, you can feel it, the last of that magic that you had left in you. You feel it leave, and it does not feel like there is a space for that magic to come back. It feels like it is shut and gone. But you pour just a little bit, a light comes out of your hand, and you gently place it on his ankle, and it seeps into him, his skin kind of glowing underneath your hand, as you hear Baron go and he moves his head around a little bit, sits up just a bit in bed, and then Celia immediately goes, "No, wait, hold on, don't sit up, just lay back, you're okay." And then Baron is awake but incredibly groggy, and then your lay on hands does help him gain a little bit of clarity. I'll even say that it like removes a little bit of the exhaustion that he might have, but he's still very drained, looks very sickly, and he looks around, kind of wipes his mouth, and weakly says to you all, "What happened? What day is it? How long has it been?"
What day is it, Shorty? I don't know.
That's
How
an
long has
excellent
it been,
question.
Shorty?
I haven't pulled up our calendar in so long. Oh my god. I went through all the effort of making a legit calendar and I have not used it. I think let me check something really quick. I'm gonna have to go back into some crazy shit. Cyvic, Denny, and Kata getting kidnapped happened, and you guys went the first weekend of school, which was the 15th of Lorem, which is like September. I think it's been a week since then. Because you did that, came back, rested, immediately went to Hillmount, and then all of that shit happened. So I think actually today is the 20... Oh, wait, no, you guys waited a couple days before going back to Hillmount, so I'm going to say it's the 26th. It is Wednesday, the 26th of Lorem, so it is still, like, the beginning of the semester. We're 2 weeks in. Baron has been out for almost a week.
Alright, it's the 26th of Lorem. So
Yes.
about a week.
You tell him all of that. Sylvia confirms it. He just says, oh my god. Please tell me that my simulacrum has been teaching my classes.
Yeah. Lucian, do you know?
Join it.
I mean, I think
That's
you
it.
all have a Baron class this semester, and the whole silly...
Oh, shit.
Not Dahlia. Not you. You're all taking planar studies, unless you elected not to. We had this conversation months ago. I know it's been a long time.
Yeah.
But you guys were shocked when Cilia came forward and told you like Baron's been asleep a lot and is currently out of it because his simulacrum has been teaching his classes in his stead, and you did not notice. So Cilia like confirmed, she's like, yeah, your simulacrum has been taking over. I didn't tell anybody, but I told them because they helped me make the potion to get you back. She hugs him, and she's like, tears are welling up in her eyes, and she's like, I'm just glad you're back. And he sits up in the bed a little bit, hugs her back, and he looks at all of you guys, and he says, well, I guess... Oh, excuse me. I guess the favor is repaid, isn't it?
What's the last thing you remember?
I remember casting... I don't even remember what spell it was. It was some divination spell on a magical item for a student, and then I cast it and fell asleep.
Can you tell us what the magical item was?
I don't remember. It wasn't anything super important, I can tell you that. He looks around, kind of glancing at each member of the party, passes by Dahlia, and then makes a second glance, and just says, who is your new friend?
They can speak for themselves.
Me?
Yes.
I'm Dahlia.
Maybe not. This is Dahlia.
Well, excellent to meet you, Dahlia. My name is Professor Baron.
Themselves.
And to clarify, because a lot of new students do misspell it, it is Beren. Not that I imagine you'll be doing much spelling.
I cast
Not
lots of
Baron.
spells.
There.
Not those spells.
It cast a spell on you, actually. Kind of.
What spell did you cast on me?
That's why I said kind of. I read your fortune. I apologize for doing it without your consent. But you were unconscious.
Oh, well. Thank
That-
you, I guess.
Of course, that's how they were able to get that potion there.
Right. Well, I'm glad you all are here, but I think I feel good enough to continue. So I appreciate your help immensely. I hope that this does not mean that I still can't call on your aid at some point.
You need those wards up. Unless your Silver Arcan has been doing that.
No, I'm the only one who can do that. I need to do that. That's why I was so concerned with when it was. I have to refresh those at least every week.
Yeah.
He
Get on it.
begins to slide his feet over and get out of bed. He stands up and immediately crumples down, and Celia has to hold him up. And she sets him back on the bed, and he sits down, breathing a little heavy. He says, "Right, maybe a little bit more rest before I go and do any touch-ups on the wards."
Before we leave, I do have a question. If you and Celia don't mind.
Sure, yeah, I will answer to the best of my ability, which right now might not be 100%.
On my way to your office, your tower, I saw lights, kind of some weird lights coming from the building that kind of spread around the campus. Do you know what that's about?
Yes, that would be the ward's weakening. I have it
Okay.
centered on my tower, and if I don't regularly replenish them, they grow weaker and weaker and eventually deplete completely. And I was able to help Zeroleth and Cilia maintain them when I wasn't able to cast spells, but without the preparation, without me there, I fear it just wasn't possible. So I will do that as soon as possible.
Alright. Let me know if you need anything. Water, food, whatever.
If you would fetch one of Aethera's teas, I think that may help me a bit.
Alright. If she's not in our dorm room, I'll just break into her stuff and take some.
Great, that does not surprise me one bit.
Anything for you, Professor.
I appreciate it.
Come on, guys.
Lucian, I'm going to give you an option.
Yeah.
You can either roll an Arcana check to see if you can't try to figure out what is happening with Baron because he's still not up to par, or you can stay behind and lead the group, and you'll lose a little bit of time from working on the book because I imagine you're doing that in all your free time. But you can stay back and talk to Cilia and Baron with any other party members who decide to stay.
I do the Arcana check and stay behind.
I'll let you roll it with disadvantage.
13.
Is that your
No.
total?
9.
9. There we go.
9.
On a 9, very blanket. Obviously, Baron is still not feeling good. This potion seemed to have helped wake him up, but it did not in any means cure what's going on with him.
Yes. I'm going to tell them about when I cast Detect Magic, and he's... Oh no, that's just what he's like, isn't he? He's just a magical man.
Well, he shouldn't.
Yeah, okay.
I was about to say, he shouldn't glow like that unless there's an active magical effect on him.
Okay, I'll tell them about that.
With that, Baron kind of looks around to you guys, clearly seeing you start this conversation, and he looks over to Cilia and he asks her, hey, go to class. I'll be fine. Let me talk to them and explain the situation. And she heads out, and he looks to you all, and he says, classes must be starting soon. It looks to be a little later in the morning. Shouldn't any of you be heading out? You're free to stay. I will tell you what I know, but you certainly aren't obligated to.
Can I, pray over him and then try to read his future again? Or see you just if anything comes to me?
Yeah. After he talks, yes. Absolutely. He tells you guys as soon as he hears the door shut downstairs, and Cilia being gone, he kind of leans back against the bedpost, invites you guys to come around and stand closer to the bed, not just around the room, and he says, I have my assumptions about what this this sickness might be. Yes, Celia was there, but I don't want to inform her of everything quite yet. But do you remember our fight with that extra-dimensional creature?
No.
From Talanch. Not you, Dahlia.
Bird of friends?
Yes, that's the name we gave it, but I wouldn't give it such honorifics. Do you remember the potion that I brewed for you all?
Yeah.
Yes, the one that gave
Made
you...
us really strong.
Yes, gave you powers beyond what you were normally capable of, and beyond what you're capable of even now. Well, there's a reason that we don't make potions like that very often, and there's a reason that wizards seldom make them at all. It's that granting that sort of power drains it from the person who makes it, but it doesn't come back when the potion wears off. It's permanent. Lucian, you could cast Identify on me, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You guys watch as Lucian spends about a minute, rolling a pearl around in his hand. You cast Identify on Baron. You don't know what he started as. I'm going to give you some over-the-table information for this. Your best assumption is that Baron is revered as the strongest wizard known to mankind, right? Over the table, he would have at least been level 15, if not 17 or 18. Somewhere in that realm. Capable of 9th level magic, powerful. Now, he is more on par with most of the second years. You are level, 7? He's about the same, power scaling as you. So you cast Identify on him, and you're expecting to see, all of this magical potential, but it is way shorter than it should be. So you know that whatever he did and gave to you guys started him back over at the same level that, you or one of your classmates might be at. He might be level 7 or 8 at best.
Damn.
But you gotta go and do some adventuring.
I think those days are far behind me.
Did you know that when you made those for us?
Of course I didn't. That's a well-kept secret that me, Elisaren, and maybe 3 mages in Valenrun yell about. But I think I know the issue. If I'm to make my assumptions, draining so much of my power at once is bad, yes, but continuing to practice the magic that requires that stronger connection has been siphoning something else in place. So maintaining the wards, casting spells in my classes, all of that beyond what someone in my position could do. 'Cause that's what got me here.
You able to?
So you need to retire.
You need to take a break.
Don't plan to
You
do
need
anything
fire.
like that.
What?
Towards, do one but not the other? Or is that still too much?
I fear it would still be too much. My simulacrum can't perform magic. He's a one-off creation,
I was gonna say, take him down. Oh yeah.
so he can continue teaching classes in my stead, but...
Could you teach
would be the
Loomis?
same. Teach Loomis the wards?
He is a wizard, is
Somebody
he not?
has to do it, right? Or this place isn't safe. You told me this place was safe, remember?
I also need to be safe.
This place is still safe, but I can't promise for how much longer.
You gotta teach somebody then. You
Teach Loomis?
somebody.
I've tried teaching Zeroleth, I've tried teaching Loomis, but Elissarin and I created these wards. We are the only ones capable of maintaining them.
Then where's this, Elissarin?
He died decades ago.
Tell Loomis to, how do you guys see it? Lock in. And learn.
Or create new wards. Can't you do that?
Yeah, if maybe Loomis made his own wards.
Yeah, he is.
Then he'd be
He
able
is a
to-
wizard, is he not?
He's supposed to be the greatest wizard. Right?
You've
Is
met
that all you cast, or you just dump your magic energy into the wards?
creating the wards was an arduous, long process that Elissarin and I did when we founded the school. It took almost 6 months of work to create it. And then to maintain it, it takes a lot of effort.
Well,
That is what keeps out anyone that is not attuned with us in the ward. We have to individually approve every student. That's why Carson and I work together for admissions, is he predicts the students that will come in, and then I add them to the ward's pass list, so to speak. But
so if you can't do it yourself, why don't you just, I don't know, tell the whole wizard class how to do it? Surely if you all do it together, the load is better bared on many backs.
sure, temporarily, maybe. But what I'm saying is, without me here, Elissarin's been gone for some time, and I've maintained it alone. The ward will not last. And I didn't want Celia here to say this, but I'm going to keep the ward up for as long as I can. And I understand that it's going to continue to drain me. But I told you all this school was safe. Ava, Dahlia, Athira, even you came here because of that. So it needs to continue to be that.
No. I don't want you to die. Don't
I-
do that.
Promise that you would not be able to convince me. Otherwise, Ava, I have lived 6 times your lifespan. I
You
will
can
be
ask
okay.
second year wizards people to make a potion and then just feed it to you every day.
What if we can find something? We can find like the wish thing. We can find another wish thing, and then we'll wish for you to be better. That's our new mission, guys. We're gonna find a wish.
Elissarin created that ring, and if he were here, he might be able to create another one. But considering
I will
him creating
find
that
one
ring,
somewhere. If he can create it, then somebody else created one too. And I'm gonna find a wish. I will find a wish, and you're gonna live forever.
Okay, maybe the forever is a bit too long, but
Living forever is not ideal. Eventually,
I
we all
appreciate
find
your
solace.
zeal.
I make you live for as long as until I'm dead. Then I don't have to be sad.
Or just maybe, how about as long as he wants? Yeah.
No.
Ava,
Or at
he,
least long enough to teach Loomis how
he
to keep
holds
up these
a
wards.
hand to
Hmm.
you, like kind of like picking it up off the bed and ushering for you to like hold his hand.
She will.
He cups your hand in his, and he looks at you and he says, Ava, if you were to find some magical force to grant you a wish, I would want you to use it to better your own life, not sustain mine. Mine has been fantastic and wonderful, and I'm content.
But yeah, well, maybe I'll get 3 wishes. And one of them will be for you.
If you get 3 wishes, I will allow you to use 1 on me.
Fine, I'm gonna find 3 wishes.
Thank you. If you manage that,
Let's
I
go
will
find that dude.
make
Let's
sure
go find
you
that dude
pass.
who granted us stuff.
Oh, the guy. Don't worry.
Yeah, the guy.
We're
we
gonna
can just
find
keep-
this
We can just keep.
wishes one way or another.
I do not
Till we get
know
a
this dude you reference. He sounds incredibly powerful.
Yeah, I think he
Yeah.
was.
He made me dumb.
I think somebody tried to fight him. Leo? I don't know. Or was it Rosario? Somebody did.
Yeah, someone did.
Just promise me that you will not waste your time with this. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, continue your own life. Don't worry about mine.
How long are we safe
don't
here
put-
for? Because
Putting her hand behind her
Darius.
back and totally crossing her fingers. She's gonna say, fine, I promise I won't waste my time.
Baron gives you a
how long are we
soft
safe here for? Because
smile.
if not, Dahlia's got to get out.
I will maintain the wards for as
And
long
they
as
will.
I can, and then once I am gone, you'll have maybe 3 weeks.
I need to find that wish quick.
And Lucian,
Mhm.
I know that some members of your group have been to Illusorin's office up on the floating isles above campus. I have elected
been
not to
there.
go there. I don't want to know what secrets lie there. That is not mine to know. I was at his office plenty when he was alive. I'm content letting it rest. And if you do find whatever secret he kept of how he made that ring, don't use it.
Okay.
Do not put your hand behind your back. Him making that ring put him in the same situation that I'm in now, and I do not want you to trade your life for mine.
Okay.
Great. Now I need to rest and some tea. I probably need to eat because I haven't in a week, and you all need to get to class. As a matter of fact, you all need to get to my class. I don't like people who are late, so you better hurry.
Okay, but what if I'm late because I go and steal Aethera's tea first, and then give it to you, and then get to class?
I wish you the best of luck with my simulacrum.
Okay.
With that, he waves you guys out. He's a little teary-eyed, but he smiles at you all, nods as you guys leave, almost like a polite little bow. As he lets you guys go.
I'm not in his class, so I'm not going to be late for anything.
Oh yeah, you're right. You just got your classes. You have such an excuse to be late.
Exactly. So I'm gonna ask him, like, may I pray over you, sir?
Sure, I do not mind. I do
Okay.
not find myself devoted to any god, but if you wish to pray to yours.
I'm gonna say a little prayer and then, like, take his hand and see if I see anything.
give me a religion check.
Okie dokie. Ooh. $26.
Nice. Pick a spell slot to give. The higher the spell slot level, the more clear the information you get is.
How many spell slots did I get back from our last encounter?
I will say you guys have full long rested.
Okay,
So
awesome. In that case, I'll give a third.
Cool. You have a third level spell slot. A little bit of the light. None of you guys are here. Like, you're all preparing to leave for this, but you might potentially notice a little bit of the light that's peeking through the windows, kind of arcing into the room, seems to just barely, like, change its angle a little bit, reflecting off of Dahlia's crystals for a moment. And you don't get a necessarily clear, like, vision,
Mm-hmm.
but you get a feeling that Baron is weak and getting weaker and weaker. And glimpsing into his future a little bit, you only have maybe about 2 weeks until there's no more future to glimpse.
I'm going to give like my most sincere smile that I possibly can and tell him, you've lived a very long life. Solace will be beautiful.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Find it and be at peace.
Gives you
And
a
I'll
nod
squeeze it and I'll go.
and ushers you guys out. With that being said, it is probably about time for our break before we start getting into all of your downtime stuff. So, give us a little break from the solemn mood that's being cultivated. My bad. Quick little bathroom trip, grab some snacks, grab some drinks. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. So with all of that being said, with Baron's situation,
2
you
weeks.
guys, roughly 2 weeks. Again,
No.
the future is liable to change. I'm gonna say that even with your third level spell slot and like pretty high religion roll, you as a person, like Dahlia would know, it is probably between 2 to 4 weeks. Like you have maybe about a month until Baron's situation gets to the point where it's like no longer possible. But between now and then, you guys still have a lot to do. You have classes to go to. You have the potential mission that you might get sent on, and all of you, I believe, have some stuff happening over downtime. So what I would like for you guys to do is for everyone to roll me a flat D20.
Hardhain.
All right, keep the numbers in your head.
Sir.
If everyone's rolled, did anyone get like 15 to 20?
Yes.
Okay, what'd y'all get?
16.
Yeah, 17.
Cool.
What does this mean? Do I have to go first?
Yeah.
Wait, no. I got 15. Wait.
10 to 15.
I got 11.
I got 11.
Okay.
13.
13, and then 11, 11.
Leo can go first.
No,
Too bad.
roll for it.
We did. We tied. I said something
Yes,
first.
roll to tie the break. I mean,
Okay.
tie.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm guessing Gwen is last.
I got an 8.
Eee, okay. So we will start with this, but you guys are still free to like jump in, add things, interact with each other, and even like if someone has an idea and someone isn't ready yet, y'all can swap it around. But just to give us an order of like who to go to first. Ava, the thing that I have for you specifically is going to happen later during downtime. So, do you have anything that you would like to do in, let's just say, like a 2-week span?
Okay, yeah. Look at the Ava messages.
Okay. I have not been looking at the Ava messages. No.
No.
If you give
Alright,
me in great detail how you want to sell your soul,
Is this so on the spot? I don't know. Okay, what, in 2 weeks? I guess I'd spend whatever time with Tara that I can between her going off and whatever.
yeah, I'll say that you
Um,
guys get a good. I'm gonna roll for it. I'm gonna roll 2d6, and we'll see
Oof.
how busy she is. For every
Okay.
one that I roll is a day that she is free. Ooh, 8 days. So you guys get quite a bit of time
Oh,
together.
that's like more than okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'll say that she's busy on
and-
like the weekend, and then the rest of the time she's free. And you guys hang out.
Sweet. And then I'm just, gonna go on the. She's busy on the weekend, so I'm going to go dance on the weekend, make money, and also hit up Balgaroth at our tavern, and see how that's going. See if he's running it really good.
Absolutely. Do you want to invite Rosaries along for that?
I always invite Rosaries
Cool.
to the dancing and to seeing Balgaroth, but he probably just goes to the Balgaroth. But
I'll let you confirm or deny that.
Oh, I don't know what dancing is, so I'm not going to that. That sounds boring. I don't dance. In my mind, it's like she's asking me to go out dancing with her, and I'm like, I don't dance. That's hard. I don't know how to do that.
Ava, give me 2d4. And that's going to be how many gold pieces you make from dancing over the weekend.
oh, that was horrible. That was the first one. Ugh. And a 2.
3 gold pieces is still like not bad for
That's
a day.
so little.
That's
That's
$300.
so- we don't have. No. Where's the high rollers? Where are they? Get them in here.
That's for the
Do I have to
full-time people.
blackmail another politician? Come on.
Maybe.
Clearly, it wasn't you being the high roller.
Yeah. You guys go check in on Balgaroth. He has been like cleaning up this tavern inn combo that you guys have left him in the stead of. What did we call it? Avaris? Is what you
The
said?
Avaris.
Yeah. He sees you guys come in, like you knock on the door because it's locked, and he goes and open it. He lets you in. You guys see he's cleaned up the place. There's no more bodies. He disposed of those some way or another. A couple of the windows are no longer boarded up, but they are just like broken and, open. So you guys come in, and it still looks pretty dilapidated and not high class at all. So you come in, he crosses his arms, and he says, you know it takes money to start up a business, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this looks great in here. You did a good job.
Thanks. We're still missing 3 of the windows. Some of the furniture's broken.
Hmm.
We're gonna need new mattresses in half the rooms.
Ooh. Ooh. How much are we talking? Like,
How
because
much
I
do
don't
you
know if
have?
Rosaries has a
I'm really gonna need to not be the partner in this business.
you got roped and not.
I just hand him 93 gold. And just whatever you don't spend is good. I have 493. I like having even numbers.
Okay.
Here's 93 gold. Do what you want with it. Rest is
You
yours.
think that'll do it?
He takes it and he's like, this will certainly be a start. Ava.
Hey,
I
it's
don't have any money.
Partners usually contribute equally.
But I'm a poor orphan. I don't have
So
a
am I.
dad.
Sorry.
I don't have a mom.
Neither does Rosaries.
I hand her the little paper with my parents' names on it. Like they're dead.
Well, mine are. Never mind. Fine. I could do equal if that's what partners do. Fine. She very begrudgingly hands over 93 gold.
He takes it and he says, like I said, whatever I don't use will go back to you guys, but this is going to help us getting furniture. It's going to help us clean the place up. It'll help me get staff. And if we're going to have a bar, we got to have food and drink to serve. So
Yeah, I asked some of my dancer friends. They're going to be, like, waiting and stuff. A little extra money.
That would be great. We'll need
Hmm.
probably like a person a night, so whoever can. If they swing by, I'll let them know when we're planning to open. But I mean, with this money, I could get this place up and running in the next few weeks.
Yes.
Great.
Do you need anything?
Well, since you guys are here, do you want to help me clean?
Actually, I think I'm late for some big
He
test.
grabs a broom off of the bar and hands it to you, and he says, "Great, the 4 rooms on the right haven't been touched yet. Best of luck."
Okay.
For sorries, we need to carry out some of these bad mattresses. Throw them away.
It's good. I'll take off my helmet and he'll finally see the scar on my face now.
He kind of gives you a glance as you guys are walking up to the rooms together. He says, "You gonna explain that?"
Over the table to let everyone know, I'm thinking like a reverse Zuko scar. So it's like from my forehead out towards my eye, of like green, gray, ashy skin, I think is how we described it, Shorty.
Yeah.
But I just don't. Yeah. Vampires got me. Not much to it. Couldn't use spells, couldn't use weapons very well. Don't have an oath right now because I let the vampires out. Well, something had to take the hit.
Well, you can still use a broom, right?
Better than you, and I pat him on the arm that is hurt.
Yeah. He winces a little bit and he says, all right. You guys spend part of the weekend cleaning that place out and getting it set up. And with the money, he says that he's going to not set his expectations super high. He doesn't plan to be open by like the coming weekend, but he does think within about 2 to 3 weeks, he could have this place functional. So he'll send you back some money whenever things start and he has the extra that he no longer needs. Sweet. Ava, do you have anything else you want to do in your little downtime?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast sending, yeah, one of my scrolls that I have to Celine.
Ooh.
And just like thank her in 25 words or less.
What all do you include? You don't have to like sit here and count the numbers unless it is
think
a super
about
long
anything.
thing, but like you say thank you. Do you want to do anything else?
I think specifically she's gonna say something to the effect of thank you for finally choosing me.
Okay.
I don't think I would have survived without you, type thing.
Gotcha. She is going to think back up a message. I'm going to try to make sure that I also keep this under like a 25-word realistic limit. She says, no need. I was scared and surprised, but made the right choice. In Arbalest, heading to Wisteria. Hopefully, I will see you again soon.
Oh no. Okay.
Drama.
No. Okay.
And that's 24.
Great.
So I'm going to leave it there. Sweet. So we got a sending spell out. Talk to Celine a little bit. Anything else?
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Nope. I think those were the only things. And yeah, just going to classes, I guess. Yeah.
Sweet. Next up is going to be Dahlia. Dahlia, you know you're starting classes. To list you out what you have to take and what Loomis signed you up for. You have to do the Healing Ward volunteer hours, which I'm going to assume that Leo showed you there. It is ran by Professor Arneus, who you also have for medicinal training. Leo has taken a lot of Professor Arneza's classes. She's like the healing expert on campus.
Also, I tested out of the first year.
Yeah, I mean,
Cleric
Loomis
classes.
fully was like, you don't need to be in those classes. I'm signing you up for second year classes immediately. He also put you in sociology with Miss Lori Salacey and Fiends, Deities, and Divines with Professor Alistrad, who is new to campus. Just a reminder, Professor Talanch no longer works here.
Yeah, because this is a warlock class.
Yes, so it is taught by Rovik's mom.
Whoa.
So, with that being said, do you have anything that you want to do during your downtime?
It's really hard because I don't really know anybody, and being able to just kind of live my life and do whatever I want is very foreign to Dahlia. I think once I get to my dorm room, do I have like a roommate or is it a private room?
It's a private room.
Okay. Does it have windows?
Yes.
Okay. I do my best. I kind of struggle a little bit because I'm not very strong. To pull my bed like as close to one of the windows as I can, and I leave the windows open. I don't really have anything to unpack. I don't really have clothes or anything like that, so it's really empty. But I just kind of hang out by the window. I spend a lot of time meditating and praying, I think. I spend a lot of time outside, just kind of trying to reconnect with myself and my faith and things like that.
Before you go on, I do think it is important to note that you've been here for a couple days resting in the healing ward, but your first full day in your room, after you pull the bed over and you're sitting there like crisscross applesauce on your bed in front of the window with the light coming in, the little closet to the side completely empty, the desk blank, you get a little knock on the door, and then you go over and kind of fumble around to open it, and a upperclassman cleric is sitting there, and they say like, hey, I was told to bring these to you. These are your like school given clothes. You don't have to wear them. We don't have a uniform, but everyone gets a set. So they give them to you, and it's a set of like an Ura Lumis polo, a set of Ura Lumis like cleric robes, a set of like almost, what's the word for the thing that nurses wear?
Scrubs?
Scrubs, yeah. For your work in like the healing ward, like Ura Lumis scrubs, an Ura Lumis jacket, and like just a couple of random like, dark blue with the orange accents and like the brighter blue parts across the jacket.
Thank you. Your name?
Don't put me on the spot. I need to see who our upper level clerics are.
That for a second, I was like, huh? You don't know your name?
Nadia's always going to ask their names.
Oh, I did the complete wrong voice. It's supposed to be a very dry and like disappointed tone. It's just, here are your clothes. It is a taller person. You can hear by the voice coming down towards you, and he says, my name is Marnik. I was sent over here to give you the clothes. Do you need anything else?
I don't believe so.
Great. And he pulls the door closed and walks away.
Shadows behind you, friend. And then I close the door. But no, really, I just spend a lot of time, just kind of meditating, reconnecting with myself, reconnecting with my faith. I do try on the clothes, but they are just, I imagine they're just like too form-fitting for my taste. It reminds me too much of like the uniform at the church.
Yeah, none of them are like skin tight, but they
No,
are
but they're
all,
definitely like touching me.
Yeah.
and I don't really appreciate that. So I think I'm gonna try to find like a tailor or something, or somebody that can help me kind of take the fabric from this and make something that I'll actually tolerate wearing.
If you want to describe to me how you look for said tailor, I will let you roll some sort of check about it, but you don't know anyone on campus.
No, I don't. So I think I will just kind of wander around until I hear a familiar voice of anybody that I've met so far.
I'm going to roll a d6 to see who you would bump into first.
Or I could just go to class and then ask a professor.
Sure. I'll let you choose which one. Do you want to search for this outside of class or ask a professor?
I'll ask a professor out, like after class.
Fantastic. Which professor would you ask? Your cleric professor or...
Probably a cleric professor.
Okay. You ask Professor Arneas, who is a very soft and gentle woman. You go up to her after class one day and you're like, hey, I was wondering, I have these clothes. I don't really like how they fit. Is there anyone who could potentially, help me get them form-fitting? And Professor Arneas says, yeah, there are a couple of professors who, do clothes mending and things like that, especially with the help of magic. It wouldn't be hard. Or I could probably ask one of the upperclassmen to do it if you'd like. What are you trying to do to them?
Well, I already wear wrappings on my chest, so I don't really need anything to go up top, but I would like some baggier pants. I don't like when they touch me so much.
Well, we probably will need something up top just because, you don't have to be fully covered, but you do have to wear normal clothes to a classroom, so I could probably get you a much lighter and looser type of shirt.
As long as the fabric is light, I'll wear like a shawl situation. I just don't like them touching me so much.
Sure. She takes them from me and she says, I will ask around about this and I'll get them figured out for you.
Thank you, I am grateful. Shadow's behind you.
Sure. Yeah. And with you. And you head out.
Oh, do I have to wear shoes?
I don't think so.
Fantastic. And then I kick them off and then I leave.
You left your shoes.
I'm gone.
Gone. Anything else that you want to do right now?
Not really. Like I said, I just want to kind of meditate and connect with myself. If they have a like Piranum script in Braille, then I would love to borrow it and read it, but otherwise...
I do think the school would have like a book or two on Piranum, but I don't think they would have them in Braille. Unless if you want to give me just a flat D20 check.
12.
You look around and whether the school has one or not, you're not sure, but you don't find one.
Okay, that's okay. Other than that, if there is someone who needs help with anything, like if I need to carry books or something, I will help people around. Otherwise,
Sure.
I'm just kind of
You certainly get some like first years and upperclassmen for different reasons. The first years are more so like, oh my god, I've never seen someone like that. And then the upperclassmen are like, hey, you're new, but you're not a first year. So you do get a couple people asking you like, what's your name? What class are you? How long have you been at school? And most of the people seem pretty friendly. There are a couple of harsher, nerdier voices that might have asked a couple of, other not so sensitive questions about your crystals and being blind and things like that. But during the time, you do get your clothes back, and I'll let you just kind of tell me how they look because you told Professor Arneas what you want. I don't really know what a shawl is.
So, A shawl is just kind of I wear shawls all the time, dear. Uh it's kind of just like a scarf situation. It just kind of covers you. It just doesn't have like actual sleeves. You just kind of wear it. It's like a scarf, but
Scarf
wider.
toga.
Yeah. So you wear it kind of like that. And some really, really super baggy pants. Like, think the kind of pants that you see, like, genies wear. I don't know the actual name of the pant. But they just have, like, a really low crotch. And the, legs of them are really wide. And they're very light and airy. Kind of like a tannish color.
Oh, I mean, well, you're getting Ura Lumis clothes.
I'm getting Ura Lumis
dark
clothes. Great.
blue.
They are dark blue. Fantastic. They are dark blue, but I mean, I don't care what color they are.
Yeah, I don't think you care too much.
I just care that they are nice and light and airy, and it is like basically a skirt that has happened to be stitched between my legs because I don't want to like kick and actually accidentally flash somebody, because I've heard that's indecent.
Yeah.
So
I do like the idea of them just taking like the same situation that they would have made scarves with and just been like, make one like 3 times that size, and then
Yeah.
you use that to like go around.
Mhm.
Cool.
except I don't really need it to be warm. I don't really get cold. I would like it to be nice and light.
Yeah. With that
Uh,
being said, if that is all you got for now, we'll see if you jump into anyone else's stuff. Lucian, I fully know that you're delving headfirst into this journal. But now that I've sort of given you the idea of what it's like it is mentally a little trippy working with this thing. Once you get it transcribed, you're fine. You're just working with normal paper. The like actual text doesn't do anything. It's just that book. Something about it is so weird. So after a couple of days, you get it transcribed. Cilia has offered to help. Do you just start barreling through and translating as much as possible?
I've got a few things to do first.
Hip.
I'm going to go and find Dahlia.
Sure, I'm around. Like I
Sick.
said, I'm not like super busy, so
Dahlia's
I'll probably
somewhere.
be outside meditating.
I'll go down and sit next to them.
Hello?
And then be like, so you're like vision stuff.
Mhm.
Hello, sorry, yeah. Hi. And it's gone. Now I'm back.
We can hear you. Your video's just
your
lagging a
vision
bit.
stuff.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So I'm just talking to myself. Do you have to know the person before you do your vision things, or can you just
Well,
go out there and do it?
it's a little bit more complicated than that. I can't really control them per se, but it certainly helps if I'm touching the person I am attempting to read, especially since my crystals have been broken. If I'm trying to get just an overall future, I need to be close to the area that I am reading from. That's actually why they were moving me to Hillmount.
Can I slightly interject here? Because we have not said a lot about your abilities, but I want to make sure that the terminology and like the way that they work is clear and obvious.
Basically, he just said, "You're wrong."
No. But to make sure that it's not like misconstrued at all, look at little Stinky. For Dahlia, but when you are reading the future, it's always centered on yourself, like you're reading your own future essentially. But when you are touching someone, as long as your futures have to do with one another, like you're going to be in the same place or doing the same thing, or like there's some sort of intertwining there, then it sometimes can overlap, yes. So like at the church, Grace would force you to get visions of the future, and it would like bring you to the places that there were going to be battles so that that future could happen. But it wasn't like you could just touch Grace, read her future, and then she goes off and wins the fight. So like it's almost like you're reading your own future, but sometimes that future interacts with others.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's news to me.
I just thought of the description as you were describing because I was like, oh wait, let me make sure this isn't like I could meet a random stranger and then fully predict their future.
So I tell you that, I guess.
Okay. I've got someone that's missing and I need to find them. And I was wondering if there's anything we can do to see if she's in the future or not.
I can try to read yours. See if you see her.
Yeah.
Would
That's
that
alright.
help you? Alright, I have been
Yes, yeah.
floating cross-legged in the air, and I kind of bring myself down, and I'm gonna position myself to where there's light going through my crystals, and then hold out my hands for you to take them.
I'll go fly myself and float next to you.
Okay, then I guess we can both float, and I'll grab his hands, and then I'll say a prayer and see if I see anything. I mean, it's up to you whether or not I actually do.
Yeah, I'm not gonna leave this to a religion roll every time.
Mm-hmm.
I think for this one, the main thing that you see is Lucian working with this journal.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting very spotty, almost fragmented, those tiny bits of dreams that you're having that don't make a lot of sense. It's not you, it's completely someone else that you're almost perceiving through. The sort of gaps in your memory's time of you start transcribing and then suddenly it's 3 hours later. You get a lot of those, and it kind of is really intense at first and then kind of breaks out and gets smaller and smaller as he's working on this journal over the next week or so. But that is the majority of what you get. That's about it.
I'm sorry, all I'm getting is this journal. You're going to be working on it for a while.
Yeah.
Who is it that you're looking for?
Oh, well, thanks. My sister.
Your sister. I didn't know you had a
She's,
sister.
She's somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
Yeah, I haven't seen her
Where?
in about. I don't know if she teleported there and a mishap. I've been looking in for her ever since. I'm not sure where she is, and everyone thinks she's dead, but I don't think she is.
Well, if you don't think she is, then maybe she isn't.
She's not.
She's not then. Solace is not for her.
Well, I guess
quite
I'll
yet.
go back to the channel.
All right. If you do need anything,
No, definitely not.
do let me
Thanks for your
know.
help.
Anytime. Shadows behind you, friend.
Weirdly, I can make clothes if you want me to know.
You can. How is the
and then
color?
I can. Not metagaming at all. Whatever the color of the material is.
It's dark blue.
Yeah, I can make anything you want.
Could you make this fabric lighter? And I don't know, is there a color that would look better? I don't know how this one looks.
Surely can fabricate make color?
Ooh, that's a good question. Fabricate? I thought that was a 7th level
Yeah,
spell.
this says. Nah, it's 4th level.
Oh my gosh. That's sick. I didn't know that. Okay. Let me read it really quick. Fabricate. You convert raw materials into products of the same material. For example, you can fabricate a wooden bridge from a clump of trees, a rope from magic paper.
Yeah, so it's
flexible. I think it would stay the same color, but you could completely change the form and shape of the clothes.
Yeah, but
So could he make it a lighter
yeah. If
fabric?
you need that, let me know.
I would appreciate that, yes.
Okay, I'll sit down for 10 minutes and lighten the fabric.
Yeah, you just sit there and almost like you're molding it with your hands like clay. You're like stretching it out, and you take. I'll say that you do all of this with the professor, and then Lucian fixes it. So now you have two variations of it. But you take this shirt, completely warp it, and change it into this like super thin and light, almost like wavy shawl that just wraps around the body and covers it. Like once or twice, and then kind of almost floats, like with the littlest bit of wind, it kind of breezes and shifts.
I am an air genasi, so I constantly have that little bit of wind.
All right.
I appreciate that, thank you.
And then, alright. And then I'm going to try and sell my blue sapphires and my rubies, so we do that at a time, and I'm going to translate the journal.
Well, how many of each do you have?
I have 11 blue sapphires and 3 rubies.
I will say that diamonds probably go for like 50 to 100 gold. So I'm going to put sapphires a little bit lower. 11 sapphires, let's say at 25 gold apiece. And I fully might change this in the future, by the way. This is my making it up on the spot. So 275 gold from the sapphires.
Yes, we'll get.
And then let's do 35 gold for the rubies, which would give you 90, 50, 105. So a total of 380 gold for those.
See. And then I'm going to translate the journal.
Sick. I'm not going to make you roll checks to work on that. You've already explained to me how you're doing everything. You transcribe it for the better part of a week, and you're going to have to translate it for a week, almost 2 weeks. That. So you're working on that in the background. Leo, what are you up to?
I don't know. I mostly am just going to be training and studying since we haven't been studying much lately. But I also want to go find Gwen.
No.
Sure. Gwen, are you hard to
I'm
find?
gonna lock in and actually pay attention now, guys.
Oh,
Yep, lock in.
Okay.
Yup, lock in.
all right, Gwen, how hard are you to find?
I will say that I am.
In the cafeteria.
I was gonna say cooking.
Ah. Perfect.
Cafeteria works too. I don't.
Perfect. What is she? Are you eating? Like, what are you doing? Are you just leading lunch?
I am. Since Shorty says I have my own little like cooking station, I am literally cooking in the cafeteria and like I'm having hot pot.
You're having hot pot, bro? I'm coming. I'm gonna.
Why do I imagine Gwen doing a cooking show while she's doing it? Like, welcome.
This shit would be wild.
They're like some first years
Yeah,
gathered
just-
around
it's like-
all watching.
I have a little audience.
Oh my god, that would be awesome. Is that what's happening?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck it.
In the midst of Baron
Oh.
dying and the church being attacked by the Breeze Hands and all of this, Gwen is starting a cooking show for the first years.
Well, if she's in the middle of her cooking show, I'm just gonna go sit and watch until it's over.
Okay, I'm also gonna have Zim helping me with the ingredients. He's got like his own little chef's hat on. He's doing his thing. I don't know.
Yeah, you and Zim
Looking
are
forward to that.
sitting here at this little like. Normally they have classes here. They're not usually used during lunch, but you got special permission from like the lunch staff
Hell
to
yeah.
come over here. You're borrowing some ingredients and you're like cooking yourself and some food. You passed cooking one, so like you're allowed to cook for people. But you have Zim like fetching ingredients off the cart, like grabbing them in his mouth and then running back over. He brings you like a whatever ingredients you need for a hot pot. I almost said a bag of flour, but that's not going to be right. You're not baking. But he will like run and grab a container, bring it back to you. Run and grab a slice, bring it back to you.
Word.
You don't know what hot pot is?
Then, I don't think he knows what hot pot is.
I know what
Hot
shawl
pot
is.
so
I know
bad.
what hot pot
I feel
is.
so
Oh,
fucking
so
offended right now, dude.
good.
Like, I don't
We live in Texarkana.
I studied
like I
You
could
got a hot
Hispanic
pot?
I live in
culture.
Wisconsin, bro.
I think we just got one open. No, like there's a place that just started offering it, but very, very recently. It's
Yeah,
Hokkaido,
better.
babe.
Oh. Oh yeah, they had like a Korean barbecue place attachment that they just added.
Oh, right, it's Korean barbecue. It's not even hot pot.
I'm just saying, I studied Hispanic
hot pot's pretty
culture.
much like Korean
I'm
barbecue.
oblivious to almost everything else.
I'm just saying I've never had the opportunity.
Mm. You guys should try this. So good.
That's
is
it,
good.
everyone. Let me know what you want from, the pot. If you want broth, whatever.
They
Leo, what are you doing
immediately get up and form. a
I would
line.
like broth.
You're not a first year, mate. Get out of here.
But I feel like I'm such a dear friend that I should be getting some of this.
I'm
I'm here to
kidding,
support
I'm
you.
dumb.
Do I
I'm
count?
kidding. I guess if you're here, yeah.
I'm around.
You're around. Well, if you ask for some, you can have some.
I'll have some. I'll have some broth
All right.
and some veggies.
I just kind of. You wanted broth, Leo?
Yes.
All right,
Broth.
there you go.
That's it. Just the broth. Is there more?
Yeah, I said everyone can
Yeah,
pick out
broth.
stuff they want from the pot.
Oh yeah. All right. Perfect.
Is that what hot
Yeah.
pot is? Just hot broth?
Yep.
I think we call that tea.
Definitely like soup.
You cook stuff in it. It's
That's the hot pot.
Yep, that's the experience.
Oh, I have had one in
It's
Thailand.
there's a
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah,
pot
I
and
had
it's hot.
Really?
It's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought you just ate it, so I was just eating like raw
You were eating raw meat, bro?
You ate the pot?
What?
chicken and stuff. So you do it. I didn't realize you had to cook it inside the.
Oh my god.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, did you get sick?
No, I was alright. I'm
I don't know how you were alert.
Wild as hell. You should have gotten salmonella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For them, the best
What the
chicken
fuck?
ever. Did not get sick, bro.
I only ate like 2 or 3 bits. I think.
You're like, this is awful. Why do people pay for this?
All right. So the first
Anyway.
years go through the line. They get their food. Leo comes up, asks for some food too. Leo, what do you need from
And
me?
then I'm gonna be standing in front of her, like holding this thing of broth, and I'm gonna be like, you know who would really like this? Monik.
Okay, I'm sure he would.
Do you know
Everyone likes
who
my
Monik
cooking.
is? Right.
except
You
for a
should-
couple people in
You
the
should
party.
probably cook some for him sometime. I don't know.
I'd take him out to dinner all the time. I don't know what you mean.
What the fuck? Why the fuck
Yeah.
did he send me to talk to you then?
He did that?
No.
You just said that, though.
Did I? I
Yeah,
don't think I did. Anyway, he came with us to fight vampires, and he did exceptionally well.
That's cool. I mean,
Yep.
he helped me with my horn, so I'd imagine so.
Well, this was fun. I'm thinking. I think Monik might have a crush on you. I don't know.
Really?
Really? He did. He sent me. He wanted me to talk highly of you, and that was like the exchange for him coming with us to fight vampires. Not But he also wanted to do it because he's such a noble person. You know, he was going to do it anyway. He didn't want anything in exchange.
He just said he wanted something in exchange, though.
You know, I didn't mean that. This broth is really nice.
Thank you.
It's very, very well done.
I would love to say that like Marnick walks through the doors to the cafeteria, sees this conversation happen, and immediately 180s right back out.
Oh, no, wait, Monic. Monic. Look at the devil, he's here.
Gone.
You gotta try some of this. Oh, all right. See what I mean? He definitely has a crush on you. Like he dipped out real fast.
Or you like scared him off. I don't know.
I don't think it was me. I think he's just intimidated
By what?
by your intense beauty, obviously.
Do you have a crush on me?
Whoa! Are you flirting?
No. I'm working on this for Monic.
I carried you bridal style like what? Once or twice, and that's all it
Right,
takes,
and
I
it
guess.
was a very memorable moment, honestly.
For you? Whoa.
As I almost died at that time.
You sure you're not catching anything right there?
No.
I'm just saying you're
No,
eating
what
my
I'm saying,
soup.
no. What I'm saying is Monic is intimidated by your beauty. Not saying that I find you attractive. Which not saying that you're not.
You're saying I'm ugly.
That's so mean.
This is, look, I just really wanted to tell you that Monic
Yeah, I don't
really
think you know how to
likes
talk to
you.
girls, Leo.
No. This is why I got so many problems, obviously.
Flashbacks
Yeah.
to Hildegard.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Okay. Is this the
so-
whole reason why you came to this cooking lesson?
no. I also wanted to
No?
try your food.
Sure, because everyone in the party loves my foods.
Except for that one time with the glowing.
Nothing
thing.
even happened to you. Nothing even happened to you. It was just
I'm pretty sure I was glowing.
Lari's and no, well, everyone was
I didn't get
glowing,
sick.
but like, yeah, the glowing was the fun part, though.
It's like a party, right?
Yeah.
You
what
all
I'm saying.
glow.
Thank you. That's really nice.
You're welcome.
I mean, I tried that stuff before the cookies, and I was fine with it. So I assumed everyone else's stomach would be built nice and tough like that, but apparently not.
Not at all. Well, yeah, that was all I was here for, was to tell you Monic liked you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
Well,
thought
this
we
was
were friends.
nice. We are friends. That's why I'm
No, I'm talking about
supporting your
Monic.
cooking show,
I
obviously.
know
Oh,
we're
never mind.
friends, Leo.
Okay, cool. All right.
We better be fucking friends.
We are. All right, well. If you'd like to go out with him, I could talk to him also.
No, fuck it. Yeah, just say whatever you want. See, what weird stuff you might say to him, like you did to me.
Perfect. Perfect. All right.
That's fun, Leo.
All right. And when I walk out, I'm immediately going to go get Marnik.
Okay. I'm gonna say to Gwen, like, you know, I was forced to watch so many battles for years, and I think that's the most devastating thing I have ever witnessed. Truly a dumpster fire.
Yeah, I don't know why he was talking like that.
Don't you guys like know each other? Shouldn't the
We do.
social
And then he called me ugly. So
I didn't go. God damn it.
You so dead.
I did not.
Leo, please
you
give
certainly
me-
sound beautiful.
thank you, Olia. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Leo,
I'm
please
gonna-
give me your
This is
choice of
delicious.
either investigation or survival.
Survival.
DC is 10.
Survive.
Marnik literally just left.
That's an 11.
You sit there looking left and right, figuring out, like, okay, which way did he go? Which way did he go? And you're like, fuck it, left, and you just go left, and you happen to see him walking like 80 feet from you. You run to catch up to him, get his attention, like slightly out of breath, and he just goes, "Ugh, that looked terrible."
I'm gonna have to say that it was very terrible. But let's go this way. We're gonna go try some of her food real quick.
Why are you pulling me in that direction?
Because the food is really good. Let's go. And then we walk back into the cafeteria where Gwen is.
On a nat 20 insight, he just crosses his arms and plants his feet, and he says, "No, elaborate on why you're actually pulling me back to the cafeteria."
Why'd you make a 180 out of the cafeteria is the bigger question.
Because I saw you talking to Gwen,
And?
and I asked you to talk about me. I didn't want to be in the vicinity when that happened. So clearly, something about me came up, and now you're trying to pull me back to initiate something that I would much rather initiate itself organically.
Is it going to?
I think it is. You were simply there to expedite the process. And from what
And
I've
that's
heard
exactly
around
what I'm
campus, I might have asked the wrong person for help here.
No, you asked the right person because we're going back now.
No, the right person wouldn't tell me to go back now. They would say, let them come to you, which is exactly what I'm going to let happen. I have to get back to the healing ward.
Are you going to live your life in fear, Monic?
That's how you
You're
stay
gonna man
alive,
up.
Leo.
You're gonna
Stupid
man up
people
and you're gonna go out there
are brave.
and you go get that girl.
He claps you on the shoulder a little bit, and he says, "You know, Hildegard does not speak very highly of you."
I feel like that was a low blow, Monic.
Well, if it's the blow that it takes
That's
to
all.
let me get back to my classes, I'm going to take it.
You're kind of an asshole.
Yes, I've made no attempt to hide that.
All right. Well,
Well,
that completes our bargain,
great.
I guess. Cool.
I'm going to go this way, and I have
See ya.
officially learned my lesson. And he turns around and walks back to the nurse's office, the healing ward, whatever you want to call it.
All right. Mission success. I'm gonna go ahead.
Did you have anything else you wanted to do during your downtime?
Nope. I'm just gonna study, train a little bit, and get as much rest as possible.
Fantastic. Next up,
Like
Is-
how Monic went to fight vampires and you just had to talk to Gwen for 5 minutes.
too much.
You know what I had to.
That will bring it to Rosaris. What you got planned for the couple of weeks that we got?
There's a couple things. One is checking in with Gata to make sure we don't need to do anything for the Marvis, whatever his name is.
Armis? Yeah.
Like, do they need help convicting him or anything?
She has requested the aid of some others to cast Sending back and forth with Sivik, and she updates you and says, no, they're proceeding with like the legal battle. It just takes a little bit of time for them to like get all the dates set up. But Marvis has been like, he's being held right now. So it is very likely that he's going to get pushed through. With the evidence that they have, it's going to be pretty easy. And as a matter of fact, with Sivik's father, like putting 2 and 2 together and kind of outing himself that he was being blackmailed and did some bad things, he's surely going to take like, a political hit against his name, but it'll help get Marvis put in jail. So they should be fine.
I have two things. Then the first thing is I want to try to research the cult of Veramis attack on Intarin to see if I can find anything about my parents, now that I have names to look up.
Give me, we'll call it an investigation check with advantage. Not only does this really fit the kind of character that you have built, but you also have names to run it across.
I got a 2 and a 5 on the die, so
my
I got
gosh.
10.
On a 10... On a 10, I will give you kind of an overview, just with a couple of extra, like, sprinkles on top. The Cult of Verameth incident that I have it, like, titled as was essentially a group or a cult that went through and actually made their way the complete opposite of what happened to Plasar, where they came from Timira's region and made their way to Stonewall. And along the way, they, for some unknown reason, attacked Intarin and killed, like, a bunch of the people there. Most of the people there. It was a small village, and they killed, I think the number would be north of 60. And then they made their way towards Stonewall, but they were stopped by Sir Arion before they could ever actually reach Stonewall. The basics of what happened was they attacked this village, made their way there. Sir Arion, like, heard of this, met with them and caught up and, like, fought them and stopped them before they could ever, like, get to the actual city.
Yep. The only other thing is, besides, like, just training and things like that, is I think I would spend a little bit of time going to the chapel and just sort of meditating in front of each of the shrines they have set up, even the one to Corteus.
Ooh.
And then after that, if there's not one to Piranum, I would go to Sabrine, and then I would also go to... I forget where it is. The one where it was me, Ava, and Leo with Christina.
If you're going to a chapel for Piranum, can I come?
That was out near Bosk. Like far east. Close to Stonewall, actually. Throwing a couple of more things on there. On a 10, like I said, I'm not going to give you any real details, but I will say that the information you find, like, in the library speculates, no confirmation, that the way that the cult, and the reason that they're called a cult, the way that they killed the people in Intarin was a little strange. Like, the bodies were left in a specific peculiar pattern. There were, like, etchings on the ground, but obviously nothing really there to happen. But with that being said, I do think that there is a small little altar to Piranum in the chapel. And as a matter of fact, with you going around to pray at all of them, I think that Dahlia would very quickly make this a common stop. So I will let the two of you decide over the table together, like, do we want that overlap to happen? Or is there any reason not to?
I'm game.
I don't care.
Sweet. Dahlia, for the first time, you notice that there is someone else at this, like, little shrine to Piranum in the chapel. The chapel is set up very Skyrim-esque, where, like, there are multiple deities, so each of them just have, like, a section here where there are, like, books and items set up around, like, an altar with, like, a little statue and some paintings or banners behind it or whatever. The main ones, Piran, Aurelia, and Panthea, pretty big. Like, they take up the back wall. And then all of the other ones kind of go down towards the entrance, getting smaller and smaller, and Piranum is one of the last ones.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you come in, you take a right, and it's like the second one right there. So it's very notable that, like, you begin coming up and you detect that there is someone else there with you.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Precise, right?
Correct. Dahlia.
I did not know you were of the faith. And then I kneel down next to you.
I'm not.
Well, what are you doing then, if you don't mind me asking?
Looking for something or someone to, I guess, align myself with. May not believe, may not follow, but someone worth fighting with instead of for.
I might be biased, but I do think Puranam is certainly a good choice. There's things you have to accept about yourself, about the world, and how it changes, and how that's a good thing. You can't get so stuck in your own ways.
Well, that's where I disagree.
That's okay too. Is there something troubling you?
Me? No. Just without my oath and without the order, I gotta figure out where I'm gonna go, what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna be. And I'd really like my oath back, so I'm trying to figure out who might be a good source. I have a feeling it's probably Ilraz, but I'll say sorry to everyone.
That's fair. So long as you follow the light, shadows fall behind you.
Unfortunately, where I'm going, you have to be in the darkness a little bit. Maybe I can be the light for it. Who knows?
Shadows are still with you if they're behind you. They're just not the ones guiding you.
Sure.
Well, you are free to pray with me, and should you need some assistance, some guidance, someone to light your way, so to speak, I would be more than happy to help you, and I'm sure your other friend would be too.
Just out of curiosity, which other friend are you referring to?
The Cortean.
Leo?
Hmm?
Yeah.
I sense a history there.
I mean, his dad is the one that killed my parents, or at least led the charge, so.
The sins of the
I mean,
father are not the sins of the son.
Yeah, we've kind of been through this already.
That's good. Anyway, I think he would help you as well.
I'm sure he can try. I don't know that I need any help. If you want to try something that comes to your mind, feel free.
Oh no, it's... If you don't want to make that decision, then I will not make it for you.
I don't know what decision you're talking about, but I'm just going around letting all the gods know that I'm sorry for being a little hypocritical of them. So.
That's good growth. I'm proud of you. And then I'm gonna bob my head and pray.
Shorty, out of curiosity, of the greater divines, you've never mentioned one specific god or goddess.
Why not? Oh. Mostly because it changes from place to place, but will you give me a religion check? And again, I'll give you advantage just because, this is stuff that you've literally read books about. I just want to know how many of the details you have on the top of your mind.
Well, natural 20.
Oh.
I wanted to find my parents, not this.
You've taken Professor Urihala's class. You've read his books. The main thing is the number of greater divine completely changes depending on where in the world you are. For example, the Church of Paran would argue that Piran is the only, like, he's the top god. Not like the leader of the gods, but he is like a literal, like, category above them. In Wisteria, they're much more equal, but death isn't really referred to as a god or a being. It's more of a force, other than in one place, and that is in Bosk, that place that you went to with Christina. There, death is seen as a figure, a deific figure, and connected to, in some way, Aurelia and Panthea, which kind of makes sense because, like, Panthea is the goddess of nature, and nature is very big on, like, a life cycle, and death is a part of that cycle. How Aurelia fits into that, I'm going to say that it's not completely clear, but it's mostly because, at least where you're at right now, death is not considered a god.
I think next to the little altar they set up for Cortez, I'm just going to set up, like, I don't know anything about who worships her and how, but like a tombstone with, what is it, UAD? Just written on it. And I'll just, as I walk out, go, I'm going to apologize to one, I'm going to apologize to all, including you. Don't know who you are, but I'm sorry. Such a lot of friends, though.
On a nat 20 religion check, I will let that bleed over into this. Even though paladins don't have to be religious, clearly you're touching on something connected to that. You don't feel your powers come back, if that's what you're after right now, but you do feel something like stirring in you. Almost like, I said before that casting that lay on hands was essentially like, it's not like a battery draining that can be refilled. It was like depleting the entire source. Like there's nothing to refill anymore. But you feel like that might begin to be reversed. Like there's like a little bit of space for power now. There's nothing there, but you feel yourself kind of a little more capable of, maybe I'm heading in the right direction. I'm taking steps to atone for what I did, and maybe that in itself is like setting me on the right path to getting the powers that I did have back.
Yep. Cool. Just on my way out, I'll just kind of look at each of the altars, even to any of like the lesser gods that like maybe one student set up or something like that, and just kind of think to myself, I know sort of who I wanted to be, but it's time to actually find out who I am. And so I start to, I guess, just think about what I truly believe in, since I've always wanted to be an Oath of the Watchers, but clearly I can't agree with that anymore. So just sort of trying to find out my identity, but not in a negative way, just in a positive way now.
Yeah. Like I said, you feel something, tiniest bit, stirring within you. What that means for the future, you're not really sure, but I'm sure we'll get there soon. Was that the last thing, or do you have anything else?
No, we need to let Gwen do her stuff.
Speaking of, Gwyneth, Guinevere, Guinevere, Gwendolyn,
Yep.
El Gwendiel, your turn.
Yeah.
What do you got for
Okay.
downtime? What you want to do?
I better be getting some points towards leveling up my cooking with that teaching class. Let me just tell you what.
Let me just tell
Yep.
you what. What's your current, if you have it pulled up, what's your current, like, bonus to it? Because there should be, like, I think it's your wisdom plus a completely separate, like, proficiency
Cook
bonus.
tools, it says +5.
Okay, what's your wisdom score?
+2.
Okay. You might be leveling it up soon. You're at +3, but you might be getting to that next level. I certainly wouldn't mind that.
For my downtime, what were you gonna say?
That was it. I was just gonna say, like, you might level that up soon.
All right. For my downtime, I will be checking on Baron throughout the what was it, 2 weeks? You said,
Yeah.
bringing him food, all that jazz. Hanging out with Marble, B, Thatch, Delphina, maybe Marnik.
The gang. Addressing everyone but Marnik so far, I will say that Athera, even though Natalie's not here, I'm sure she would agree, goes with you to like bring Baron teas to check on him. He is recuperating, and he's having to really limit any magic that he does, but it's almost like a really bad habit that you have to kick because he's just lived with magic for so long. And he even tells you guys this. Like, he has lived with magic to the point where it has replaced mundane tasks. Like, he very seldom will pick something up himself. He'll send a mage hand to grab it. He very rarely carries a backpack because he'll just summon a floating disc or put it in an extra-dimensional space. So he is struggling to do these sorts of things, but he is slowly acclimating to, like, conserve his energy. But he enjoys talking to you guys and appreciates that you're checking up on him. The homies are lively. They're telling you about missions they're going on. Thatch is bragging that he's got foot rubs from like 6 different people lined up.
Dang. Does that mean I don't gotta do foot rubs no more?
No, you're one of the 6. Marnik, however, I would love for you to give me either an insight or a let's call it a persuasion check.
I'm scared, Shorty.
Why?
That's pretty good. I don't know, because you're making me roll. Well, what were the 2 options?
It gets advantage from Leo, though, right?
Right? Exactly right.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on which one
It
you
really
roll.
helps.
Which what are the 2 options? I already forgot, Shorty.
If you want to
I know
go
you said
the
'em.
charming route of like I'm trying to woo Marnik, give me a persuasion check. If you're trying to figure out how Marnik feels, I'll have you do insight.
Ooh, we'll do insight. I got a 19.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
The next time you and Marnik hang out, do you guys like go out to eat or do you cook for him?
Just
for him.
because Leo said it, I'll cook for him.
Cool.
Why not? Give me that bonus cooking. I'm leveling up right now.
Let's go.
You know what? If this goes well, I'll let you level it up right now.
Oh, shit!
Ooh.
What do you
Bro,
cook for Marnik?
That's the ultimate wingman right there. What?
No.
What are some, like, delicacies of the region, Shorty?
You tell me.
What? This is your word, bro!
Just don't say something like pizza rolls and we're fine.
Dude, I had pizza rolls last night. Ooh, that shit was so
Not to
good.
dig on my my old party for this, but they loved being like, we go to the tavern and we order a hot dog and tater tots or something like that.
That's fucking hilarious.
I'll cook a nice little steak dinner, I guess. I don't know.
Like a veal chop. Yeah. Hell yeah.
All the seasoning.
I remember there being deer here, so you can like a deer chop.
You cook this up. You're obviously good at cooking, so you like set it. You make the plates look nice. You guys get your own little like booth in the cafeteria. He sits down and he doesn't touch his food for a couple of seconds when you expect him to like start eating. He just looks up at you and he goes, "Gwen, are these dates?"
You know, I didn't originally intend for them to be.
And before you continue, you said you got a 19 on insight?
Yeah.
On a 19, he's asking because you can tell he thought these were dates.
But, you know, if you maybe would like them to become dates, I wouldn't be opposed.
I just assumed that it was within the parameters of a date where it is the two of you getting to know each other, doing activities together to understand how one another feels and acts, and I feel like I've got to know you pretty well over the course of us hanging out multiple times, even if half of them were fake injuries.
Wow.
Yeah. I just thought it was fun to, like, treat someone to, have maybe some food they deserve. You work hard in the, nurse's office, whatever that place is. So, I mean, you helped me with my horn, that sort of thing. I don't know, I wanted to treat you nice.
Well, I do appreciate that. I just want to make sure that we are on the same page and that we do not continue without aligning our objectives here, so to speak. You know, how they teach us in our homeroom class first year of healthy communication within a party and how to make sure that everyone has the same objectives. Just if you didn't want these to be dates, I would like to know now so as to save myself the trouble later.
Sure, they can be dates. Marnik?
Sure they can be dates, or yes, you want them to be dates?
I've never done this before, okay? I don't know. I guess.
What do you mean? You cook all the
Yes.
time.
I mean, like, dating stuff.
You've never dated before?
No. I grew up in an orphanage.
You didn't date
Am I
other
gonna date in an
orphans?
orphanage? That's weird.
Why?
I don't know. I see them more like family.
Okay, yeah, I guess. Well, first lesson in dating is don't say sure, don't say I guess, don't say why not. Definitive, yes or no. I'll start. Yes, I want these to be dates.
Then yes, I want these to be dates, Marnik.
Fantastic. And he immediately starts digging into the steak.
You better enjoy that.
He holds up the knife towards you as he's chewing, weighs it a little bit, and then goes back to eating. Before we close out, just to make sure I'm not cutting you off, is there anything else you want to do, Gwen?
Yeah, I wanted to sell some arrows.
Okay.
And also, like, leave more of the little, like, whittled little wooden critters around campus.
For sure. How much time do you want to dedicate to selling arrows? Like, are you working on that every day, or is it just like a...
Not every day.
Okay. Then I'll say go ahead and take, like, 3 gold pieces for selling
Okay.
arrows. It's not like they're in low demand. There are plenty of people who use a bow on campus. So you just sell them to the general store for a little bit less than what they're worth because they have to make a profit. But you get 3 gold pieces after... Or actually, we're doing 2 weeks, so go ahead and take 6 gold pieces.
Hell yeah.
Cool. And with that, it
Okay.
is past 10 o'clock. It is about time for us to get ready to go to bed. So we will end it there. And pick up next time with you guys finishing up that journal, seeing what happens with Baron. Relationships are blossoming, both with fellow classmates and deities. You never know what's gonna happen.
Whoa.
Whoa. So,
Whoa.
we'll pick up there next time. We'll have Natalie with us. She'll tell us what she wants to do over downtime, and then we'll keep trucking on with seeing what this journal's all about and seeing how long Baron has before he inevitably does indeed pass away. And the music is really happy when I
Stop.
say that, and it feels so weird.
Stop.
Yes,
Stop.
he told you it's gonna happen. You're gonna have
You're
to
No.
calling
a goddamn
No.
I'm
miracle.
gonna crow.
Baron. Fuck's sake. And it's-
You're
and it's
just
our
lying.
fault
You're
Baron's
lying to
dying.
make us
That's
sad,
bullshit.
and it's not happening.
Yeah,
It's
he is
really
lying.
not.
Yeah.
You made him
So he
a
dies
in the
defender
story
on
when he comes
purpose
back.
just to kill him.
Yeah, just-
I know, Shorty. That's
Listen,
how it was
yeah,
all
They had to do
along.
it. I forgot the guy's name, but Jujutsu
Yeah.
Kaisen had to do it with Gojo. Can't have the strongest person around forever.
He's not dead either. Shut up.
I didn't know that he died until just now.
No.
It's
No,
been
he's
out.
not. He's
Skill
not
issue.
dead.
I didn't know that.
Anyway, we're gonna end it there. Thank you guys for
Straight up.
watching. We will see you next week. Tune in, and hopefully we'll have Natalie back, and we can keep playing regularly now that the school year is back in session. No. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.